This morning, Robert De Niro, a big champion of President Biden, confronted some Trump supporters outside the Manhattan courthouse where closing arguments are being held in Trump's criminal trial. The iconic actor was at the courthouse to address the media on behalf of the Biden campaign, but he took the opportunity to give some Trump supporters a piece of his mind right to their faces, and it was glorious. Everything is on video, and I can't wait to show you the clips. But this isn't the first time Robert De Niro has spoken out for Biden. He's been pounding on Trump every chance he gets. We've seen him on The View and in MSNBC interviews warning Americans about the threat that Donald Trump presents. And just last week, the Biden campaign released a powerful new ad featuring Robert De Niro.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped.
But even before De Niro got to the microphones where the press was set up, he got into a heated exchange with some unhinged Trump supporters. Look at that clown in the giant cowboy hat trying to act like a tough guy. Who are these people? Don't they have jobs to go to? And that's not even the big confrontation that I hinted at in the beginning. It gets way better. Now, after dealing with those fools on his way to the microphones, De Niro unloaded on Trump, as only a fellow New Yorker can do.
I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world. We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot, a two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, pretending to be a spokesperson for himself. He was calling it as himself for himself, to fool the press into inflating his net worth. Clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns. We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city, it's part of the culture. But not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country. That does not work, and we all know that.
But De Niro knows there's nothing funny about Donald Trump. He might be a clown, but he's a dangerous clown. And De Niro knows that violence is part of the plan with people like Trump. But Trump's too much of a coward to engage in it himself. Watch De Niro beautifully break down Trump's cowardice for all to see.
Somehow he even got self-styled patriots to support a man who called for terminating the Constitution, and on January 6th rallied an angry mob to threaten democracy, leaving death and destruction in its wake. That's why I needed to be involved and wanted to be involved in the new Biden-Harris ad, because it shows the violence of Trump and reminds us that he'll use violence against anyone who stands in the way of his megalomania and greed. But it's a coward's violence. You think Trump ever threw a punch himself or took one? This guy who ran and hid in the White House bunker when there were protesters outside? No way. He doesn't get blood on his hands. No, he doesn't. He directs the mob to do his dirty work for him by making a suggestion, an inference. And his gang grovels and follows his obvious order.
And when it comes to our democracy, De Niro knows what a threat Trump is to that. De Niro has a dire warning for anyone thinking that Trump will be harmless in the White House. If Donald Trump wins in November, we may never have another real election again.
I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave. What does that mean? Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life?
But the best part of the press conference was when a heckler decided to interrupt De Niro with some conspiracy nonsense. But De Niro was having none of it, proving that he isn't just a tough guy in the movies, but also in real life.
On January 6th, while Republican lawmakers despicably tried to keep the loser Trump, in the White House, and Trump-inspired insurrectionists stormed the Capitol, brave men and women from law enforcement put their lives on the line to defend this country, our democracy. They are the true heroes. These guys are the true heroes. They stood and put their lives on the line for these lowlives, for Trump.
They lied under oath.
They lied under oath.
Right.
Who lied under oath? What are you telling me?
Those two traitors behind you.
Excuse me?
Those two traitors behind you.
They lied under oath?
That's right.
What are you saying?
They're traitors.
They're traitors. You gotta, I don't know, I don't even know how to deal with you, my friend. I don't even know how to deal with you. They stood there, they didn't have to. And there were other ones in there who probably were in with them a little bit too, and they found a way to get around. Not these guys. They stood there and fought for us, for you. For you.
They weren't fighting for me.
No, they fought for you, buddy. You're able to stand right here now.
Look at that man put his hands in his pockets and get real quiet when De Niro pushes back. He wasn't expecting to have to defend his position. He thought he was just going to spout some nonsense that he heard online or something. These MAGA fans are sick, and we can't let them help Trump get reelected. I love that the Biden campaign got right into Trump's face today by holding this press conference at the courthouse where his trial is taking place. We shouldn't give an inch to these clowns, and today, Robert De Niro showed us how it's done.